roll that out as well this evening. So we'll have to watch this very closely. Joe's in tonight. He'll be tracking it. And then behind it, hot for a couple of days and then more unsettled weather with cooler temps late in the week.
All right, thanks a lot, Carly. The story of America's youngest and first black female millionaire was shared on the big screen last fall.
Sarah's Oil told the story of Sarah Rector, a young black girl born in Oklahoma Indian Territory in the early 1900s. Sarah believed there was oil beneath the land she inherited, and she was right. But as greedy men tried to steal the land from her, she had to fight to maintain control. It was a fight she won, and it made her the first black female millionaire at just 11 years old. Eventually, Sarah Rector moved to Kansas City, and her mansion still stands on the corner of 12th and Euclid.
Now, her story's being told in a whole new way. An Evening with Sarah Rector, The Untold Story, is a one-woman stage play coming to life at the Boone Theater on 18th and Vine. And the woman taking that role, Griffin, is joining us to share more about this incredible theatrical experience. Welcome to the show, Karen.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm happy to have you.
Thank you.
So let's start here. What drew you personally to Sarah Rector's story and to do it as a one-woman show?
What drew me personally to the story is I grew up in the projects, and I always wanted to know who lived in that big old house. Because as a kid, you're like, who's in this big house?
Yeah.
So that was the start part. And due to my tendency of working at the American Jazz Museum, I heard about her, and I was like, let me go get a book so I can just read about her. So I went to the Kansas City Public Library, and it was a book. And you couldn't check the book out because it's in their archive, I think, or something, right? Yeah. So I read a little bit of the book, and then I closed the book, and then I just, shut it off after that. And then, of course, my classmate, Mr. Sean Edwards, asked me to come and portray her. But before that, I was watching Debbie, which is his aunt, and I heard her talking about her, and I was really curious. And then it just sparked back up, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's time to bring this woman to life in her hometown in Kansas City.
That's incredible. And for you to do the research, learning about Sarah, becoming one of the first black millionaires at a very young age, what parts of her story would you say surprised you?
I would have to say what surprised me most is 11 years old.
11 years old.
Not realizing I am a millionaire at 11. And not knowing she didn't have anything, but now advancing to where she has the world in the palm of her hands, and the world is watching her as she grows from 11 and then becomes famous in Kansas City, of course.
Wow. And so the title has the untold story attached to it. What are some of the misconceptions or unknown things that people maybe didn't know?
I would have to say one that I found out a lot of people did not even realize there was 9 children. Oh, see, that's what I said too.
9
right, there's
children?
9 children, yes. And in a movie, there's only 2. Right.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Wow.
So, and you having to solo perform, going onto your performance.
Yes.
You have to carry the entire production.
Yes.
I mean, I give it to you.
Thank you.
How do you prepare to portray Sarah's life on stage?
To prepare for Sarah's life on stage, right now, I watch what I eat. So no meat, no dairy.
Yeah.
You really put myself in a mental, physical, and spiritual place. Watch what I say, watch people I'm around, because I don't want that to come out on the stage. So it's really just allowing her to come in, because she's gonna use me. And I already know she's probably gonna show up.
Yeah, you're getting emotional?
I am.
Why is that?
Because I'm portraying someone who the United States know of, but they don't really know, right? And even about her family, how people were not aware that her grandmother, Molly, was a slave to Indians, to the Creek Nation.
I'm gonna grab some
And thank you. And then just to make it from Alabama to Oklahoma was a journey by itself. So I can imagine what that was just for her great-grandmother to experience this journey. And now to watch her grandbaby, to make it and be successful in life too.
Yeah.
So in other words, from nothing, now we are something. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I can just see the passion. Even we were talking before here, you being from Kansas City.
Yes.
You learning about this story. I mean, it is inspiring how you're taking it all in.
Thank you.
What does it mean for you to have this role, to be in this position, what you're doing now?
It's an honor to anytime you have an honor to represent an Afro-American woman in history, because you look at it, our stories are being erased, statues are being torn down, books are being destroyed. But to tell the story so people can actually hear, understand, connect, communicate, and cry is very valuable at this day and time. We're not allowing our children to learn. We're just telling them, but they need to learn, which is more important than anything. So to tell her story in first person, for Kansas City to know that we had a beautiful woman here, very intelligent, that we have to make sure everybody knows she was very intelligent and very smart.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you already sort of answered this, Karen, but what do you hope Sarah's story says to people in 2026, you know, that we can...
What I hope Sarah's story tell people in 2026, your current destination, your current situation is not your destiny. Your current situation is not your destination, right? Because you gotta realize it was rocks. That's rocks.
Right.
She didn't have anything. It was rocks. But did she even know she didn't have anything?
Right.
No, but she knew that piece of land had some value on it. And that's a lot for a child to imagine. This has value. No matter anything else, I got some land, I got some value. Because, you know, anytime you plant a seed, baby, something gonna grow.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Got to give it the love
Right,
and water.
right.
And it
Even
will.
if it's a rock. Rocks
Even
need
if
water
it's a rock.
too, right?
Yes, they do. Yes. How has portraying Sarah Rector impacted you personally as an artist?
How has it portrayed me personally? To be more humble and being thankful that I have a gift and don't take this gift for granted because it can be taken away with the drop of a hat, right? So just respect the craft, respect the gift, and for my foremothers who laid down this foundation for me to build a legacy on for the next generation.
Oh, wow. So let's talk about the show. How can people get tickets? When does it open? All that jazz.
I like how you say all that jazz, because yes, baby, 12th Street was all that jazz. You can go to brkc.org, which is the Black Repertoire Theater. So that's where you can go tickets. We open press media release is the 11th, and then we open on the 13th. So the curtains pull back, the stockings pull up, the show come on, and it's a party.
Oh, man.
And at the Boone Theater.
At the Boone Theater.
Okay,
So it's going to be a historical party.
I mean, just our conversation here, you've just like captivated
thank
me.
you.
I just want to keep listening to you.
I know.
I
That's what I
can
was gonna
imagine
say.
you steal a stage,
Thank
and
you.
it just means so much to have someone from Kansas City doing this
Appreciate it.
role, be so passionate.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And you're going to leave people with a very important message.
Thank you.
Thank you for
It's an
being
honor.
here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Cool to meet you, Karen. All right, coming up, Fox 4's Russ Simmons rates what's hot and what's not in home entertainment. It's next in the screening room.